Hey y'all, it's Nona, and today I'm here with my quarterly update for my Backups project pan. I'm not a good project panner. I don't have pictures of last time's usage or any of that. I'm just going to show you what I'm using still, and I did finish a few items, so I'll tell you what those were, and I'll show you what I've rolled in to take their place. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is primer. And I used up my Revlon primer, so I put in this illuminating primer by AOA. You get this from Shop Miss A. I've only used this a handful of times, so there's no progress on that. Next is these two color correctors from LA Colors, the peach and the green. I've used them a couple times each, maybe. There's no progress on those. Then I have I rolled, let's see, I finished one of these, the white AOA concealer that I use as an eye base, and I put in this new one, and I'm probably getting close to halfway done with it. It doesn't show, but I can tell it's getting, you know, more difficult to get stuff on the wand. I finished up my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I rolled in this ColourPop one, and it's been laying down, but it's about halfway finished already. You can see the windows, but it's really about down to here. Foundation, I finished up my CoverGirl True Blend, so I rolled in this Wet n Wild, and it's going, there's not any, well, you can kind of see a little window underneath Wet n Wild, so, then I have my Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder. Last time I had pan, this time I have massive pan. So, I don't really repress stuff, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to chip away a little of this and mash it into like powder, loose powder, and then I'll put it on that way. Then I have my Color Icon Reserve Your Cabana bronzer, but this is way too light to be a bronzer, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So I've been using this as an all-over finishing powder, and you can definitely see the rings, but after you see those rings, it takes forever to hit pan. Last time I had those rings showing on this Color Icon bronzer in Bikini Contest, which I use as a bronzer, and it had the rings showing, and it still has the rings showing, and no pan. I just use my bronzer brush. I just swirl all over the entire pan. I don't center it or anything, so I don't know, it looks pretty thin over here on this side, but I still don't know when I'm going to hit pan on it. Then I have in my Milani blush. It's a baked blush in Luminoso. I don't know if you can tell, but I've definitely worn down the dome, especially back here towards the back. I just swirl my brush over the whole entire top, but you can definitely tell the dome has diminished some, but it takes forever to use a baked product, I've been told. So then I have this e.l.f. baked highlighter in Blush Gems, and you can tell I've made a dent in the the dome of this one as well. So it's definitely showing usage, so I'm pretty excited about that. This is the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. I've used this a couple of times, but not enough to show any progress. I just use my Rimmel powder under my eyes most of the time. So what else? Then I have four Wet n Wild single shadows that I have in here. I have Sugar, which is a white one. I don't know if you can see. I've got a little bit of usage. I've used these probably 4 or 5 times. The black one in Panther. You can see I'm wearing away some of the designs on the top, but nothing extreme. This one is in Brulee. This is like the cult classic. I've used it the most. I use it to set my eye primer sometimes. And then I have Nutty, which is my favorite of the 4. And it's a pretty cool tone brown satin. So there's those. To go along with eyes, I have this Lorac eyeshadow primer. I've used this a couple times, 2 or 3 times. I mostly use that white concealer by AOA Studio. It was my base. Then I have this Santee glitter primer. It's got a lot of air in it, but I've been using this for every glitter look I do, so I'm getting usage on it. Then I finished up the I think it was a Maybelline black eyeliner, and I rolled in this Wet n Wild Mega Last. So I'm making usage on it, but nothing to show yet. I finished my Wet n Wild brow pencil, and I rolled in this, goodness, what was this? This was a Maybelline, I think. I can't even tell anymore. Brow Sculpting. I think it was by Maybelline, but that's all that's left. This side is a spoolie. From the cap over is spoolie, and this is all that's left of the brow pencil. I go through those fairly quickly. And then I have this lip liner by L'Oreal, and I think it's in nude, rose brown, I don't know. I think it's in rose, but it's this color, and I've used this a couple times. I don't use lip liner a lot. I need to try to do better with that. I added these in a couple months ago. I've used them a couple of times. It's the Too Faced Unicorn Tears. It's like a liquid highlighter. I kind of just mixed it in my foundation a couple times and tried that out. I don't know if I like it or not. I think it makes my face look weird. And let's see. And the last thing is I rolled in this e.l.f. Aqua Primer Mist. I just put that in a couple months ago, and I use it before I put on my makeup. And then I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. Last time I was at this line, there's barely anything in there. It's sputtering. I use this to wet my shimmer shadows. And the very last things are lippies. So I have Teddy Bear by Milani. They're all Milani. And last time the line was here, and now it's still there. Still there. So I've been using my Shop My Stash lippies quite a bit. Like, I'm wearing one of them now. So I'm not getting as much use on these as I was in the beginning of the project. Then there's Naturally Chic, also by Milani. Last time I was here, and this time I'm just a little bit below that line. Then I have Nude Cream, also by Milani. All of these are by Milani. I think I said that. And last time I was at this line, and now I am here. So I am just barely below that line. And the last one is the Double Espresso. And last time I was here. And this time I am a little below that line. I don't know that it's enough to mark it again, so I probably won't remark these. But that is the update for my Backups project pan. I created this project. I'm the only one doing this project. I created it just to... I realized I had a ton of backups, and I have a massive collection. And so I was just like, why do you have backups? You don't need them. Why do you have them? So I thought I would do a project pan to use them up, and then try not to purchase any more backups in the future. So it's hard when you're, you know, a person that likes to stock up for a rainy day, you know, what if I need that? But I made a haul back in December and bought a bunch of backups. I I am not good at no-buys. I'm not good at low-buys. But anyways, I'm getting some use out of products, and it's starting to show, and I'm excited for it. So I'm going to keep doing this. Anyways, if you like these types of videos, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Love to all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.